Hello friends, today let us learn about folic acid. Folic means folium in Latin word. Folic acid is found abundantly in green leaves. The structure of folic acid contains three components: pteridine, para-aminobenzoic acid, glutamic acid. Folic acid acts as coenzyme by converting itself into 5,6,7,8 tetrahydrofolic acid by the reductase enzyme. Biochemical functions of folic acids are: it acts as one carbon group carrier. One carbon group may be attached to the tetrahydrofolic acid through 5th or 10th or both 5 and 10 nitrogen atoms of tetrahydrofolate. Examples of one carbon groups are formyl, methanol, methylene, methyl, hydroxymethyl form amino groups. Transmethylation reaction is another biochemical function where it helps for the transfer of methyl group, converts ethanolamine into choline, guanidoacetic acid to creatinine, norepinephrine to epinephrine, nicotinamide to N-methyl nicotinamide, serotonin to melatonin. It helps for the synthesis of biomolecules like glycine, serine, choline, purine bases, pyrimidine base, N-formyl methionine. Dietary sources of folic acids are green leafy vegetables, cereals, pulses, oilseeds, egg, yeast. Folic acid is present as polyglutamate in diet and is hydrolyzed into monoglutamate by the enzyme folate conjugase, which is help for the absorption in the intestine. Recommended daily allowance for adult 200 microgram per day, for pregnant woman 400 microgram per day, for lactating woman 300 microgram per day. Deficiency of folic acid causes. It is common in our country. Nutritional deficiency where diet devoid of green leafy vegetables. In pregnant women, it is more common as the requirement is higher. Gastrointestinal disorders where deficiency is common, like sprue, celiac disease, where absorption is inhibited. Deficiency manifestation: hemolytic anemia due to increased requirement. Anticonvulsant drugs like hydantoin, phenytoin, phenobarbital inhibit absorption of folic acid by inhibiting the enzyme folate conjugase. Folate trap where occurs during the deficiency of vitamin B12, where free folic acid is not released from tetrahydrofolic acid. Here, homocysteine gets converted into methionine in the presence of vitamin B12, where tetrahydrofolic acid is released as folic acid after transmethylation reactions. So, in deficiency of vitamin B12, folate trap occurs. Macrocytic anemia is one of the deficiency manifestations, leads to impairment in synthesis of deoxythymidine triphosphate from deoxyuridine monophosphate. So, synthesis of DNA is reduced and hence cell divisions. Cells with high turnover like bone marrow and intestinal cells are worst affected. Leukopenia, thrombocytopenia are other deficiency manifestations. Homocysteinemia and coronary artery disease increase in level of homocysteine in blood, which increase the risk of coronary artery diseases. Neural tube defects. Folic acid deficiency during pregnancy causes fetal malformations like spina bifida. Folic acid supplementation from early pregnancy is required to prevent neural tube defect. Cancer. Folic acid deficiency may cause cervical cancer and bronchial carcinoma. Assessment of folate deficiency. Figlo test. Conversion of formaminoglutamate acid to glutamate in histidine metabolisms require tetrahydrofolic acid. In tetrahydrofolic acid deficiency, this formaminoglutamate acid will not get converted into glutamate. So, by assessing the fig glow, you can assess the tetrahydrofolic acid level deficiency. Folic acid and vitamin B12 combination therapy. Folic acid alone should not be given for treatment of macrocytic anemia, as it will mask the neurological manifestations by vitamin B12. So, for the treatment macrocytic anemia, both folic acid and vitamin B12 combination must be given. Folate antagonist as drug. Sulfonamide. Bacteria can synthesize folic acid from its components pteridine, para-aminobenzoic acid and glutamic acid. Sulfonamide has a structural analog with para-aminobenzoic acid. So, it inhibits the enzyme which incorporates para-aminobenzoic acid with pteridine, and hence folic acid synthesis is inhibited. So, bacteria cannot synthesize folic acids and their growth is inhibited in presence of sulfonamide. Whereas human being cannot synthesize folic acid and it must be supplied through the diet. Aminopterin and amitriptyline. They inhibit the dihydrofolate reductase enzyme, hence tetrahydrofolate synthesis is impaired. Thus, these drugs inhibit the synthesis of DNA and hence cell proliferations. So, they are used as anti-cancer drugs, especially for leukemia and choriocarcinoma. Similarly, trimethoprim can also help as antibacterial drug. Thank you.